Welcome to Real Estate Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters, sharing proven strategies to help you build a better business today. And here is your host, Keith Doherty.
Hello and welcome to this episode of our show. This is your host, Keith Doherty. Today our special guest is top real estate agent Stanley Phan of iHome-iLoan Incorporated, based out of San Jose, California. Stanley is a real estate and mortgage broker with 20 years of experience, as well as a lawyer. As a real estate broker, he was selected as the America's Best Real Estate Agent in 2013 and 14 by Real Trends Wall Street Journal. He became one of the nation's top 1% realtors for 2013 and 2014, and just this year the American Institute nominated him as one of the 10 best real estate professionals in California. As a lawyer, he was selected for inclusion in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, Northern California, 2012 and 13, and was featured as a top attorney of Northern California in San Francisco Magazine. Furthermore, he's among the 5 authors of Inside the Minds, Best Practices for Filing Chapter 13, 2014 edition, published by Thompson Reuters. So Stanley, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Keith, for having me on this special show.
Now, Stanley, if you could kind of start with, for our listeners, what led you into real estate? Was it something that you knew you always wanted to do, or did you kind of stumble into it?
Well, there was 2 main driving forces that led me to real estate, and was deeply embedded in my subconscious mind a long time ago, and still stays in the back of my mind as of today. Well, the first one is the what I call the mental comfortability, the ability to feel comfortable. Real estate just simply bring me a wonderful feelings and peace of mind every time I see or talk about it. I guess I'm just a natural born person that have so much passion and love for real estate. When I was still in school, after school, while everybody left, most of the time I stayed back for several hours, walked around the campus, looking at sceneries, landscapes, trees, buildings, and houses surrounding the campus. In doing so, it gives me a feeling of peacefulness, tranquility, and comfort. And even today, I have the same feeling and spirit every time I drive on a beautiful road or view a property. So this is why I name it as mental comfortability. Now, the second driving force is physical comfortability. The potential ability to earn sufficient income that makes me feel comfortable. I remember when I was young, I read an article about 90% millionaires come from real estate. It confirmed to me that in order to be financially stable, I needed to do something related to real estate in the future. It also compare between renting and owning a house. As we all see, renting is illusionary. All money we pay for rent is gone forever, will disappear. On the other hand, the money that we pay for mortgages will stay in our pocket, will reduce the principal, and at some point in time in the future, we will have 100% equity in our property. The articles also talks about the substantial savings we will get in tax deductions and proven record of steady appreciation over time and pride of ownership. So that is how I got the powerful message that led me to real estate.
Excellent. And can maybe you talk about some of the personal attributes or some of your traits or qualities that you think have most contributed to the success that you've had, and then also maybe talk a little bit of how you developed those?
Well, in the code of ethics, the Board of Realtors or Association of Real Estate, whatever it's called in your jurisdiction, it gives us 2 keys to success that most of us read but don't realize. It imposes on all real estate agents and brokers the duty of candor and the duty of competence. So to me, honesty is the real key to success in every aspect, every walk of life, whether it is in a social, personal, or business relationship. So what I have to do is normally in my first meeting or my first contact with any potential clients, I have to make sure that the people understand, the clients will understand me, and I have the ability I have to show that I am a trustworthy individual. I have to act in the way that make that potential clients feel comfortable to put trust in me. Okay, and another thing is, another thing is now duty of candor is also is the obligation that the most real estate agents must have to avoid lawsuit and liabilities. If any agent or I don't act in good faith, causing any damages to the clients, there's likely a lawsuit and will be responsible for all the damages that we cause. So, but however, the honesty alone is not good enough. Competence is a second key to success. Whatever I do at my first contact or meeting with the clients, I need to show and make sure the clients understand that I am a true real estate professional. I have the ability to handle the work that they are about to retain, and to do it in a successful way. Once a potential client see that I am a trustworthy person and have the ability to do the best for her or him, normally they will retain me, and also they will come back and refer family members or friends, etc.
And Stanley, I think that's great. Can you maybe speak a little bit of how you kind of develop these traits and how you've used them to build your success?
Thank you, Keith. Now, to develop honesty, first I have to put my client's interest on top of my and everyone else's interests. I have to put myself in their shoes. I need to know what is the client's ultimate goal. I need to know more about the question. I need to ask clients a lot of short questions related to the task that she or he about to retain me to do. And what is best for them. And I must do my best for them. Then I will tell them everything they need to know, especially the first-time buyers, sellers, or borrower. Normally they don't have any or very little knowledge about what they need. So honestly, to disclose to them, even if I think I may lose the deal, but I'd rather lose the deal than losing a client, because I know that clients will come back even if I cannot close this transaction. So if I be able to demonstrate and do what's best for them, that client will come back and will refer more people to me, and that client, I see that happen all the time. They even advertise for me, and that is the most effective way for me, and then that is how I get myself busy and get more business. Now, the second element here to the key of the key to success is how to develop the competence. Now, first I need to know what I do, and I have to be good at what I do. I need to do more reading, researching, and talk to my peers. I need to learn more, not just real estate, but any areas related to real estate, such as real estate laws, mortgage, taxation, transfer, taxes, gift, property, capital gains, improvement, repair, cost construction, etc. So to increase more confidence and educate myself further. What I did was I went back to law school and got a doctorate degree of law. Because I have more knowledge. I feel more confident each and every time I present a client in real estate. I feel that I have the ability to advise clients more in most aspects of real estate and be able to better protect my clients. So that's how I develop my keys to success.
Excellent. And do you think, Stanley, maybe you could give us an example or specific examples of when these traits have played a role in your path towards success?
Sure. For example, my recent sales transaction, for sale by owner, seller and buyer orally agree on some basic terms to sell the property. So the seller came to me and willing to pay me the commission and asking me to draft the contract and take care of the transaction from A to Z. However, because I owe a duty of care, duty of candor and competence to the clients, so I have to do more research to determine the right fair market value of the property for the clients. I have to be honest about the condition of the market. So after my research done, I found out that the inventory was very low, market was very hot, and the seller could potentially sell the property for a much higher price. So for the same amount of the commission, I could have just draft the contract and finish the transaction in a short period of time and obtain the commission. However, what I did is I put it on the market, and within 10 days I received 7 offers, and the highest one was 600. So that's how we got into the contract and closed the deal for the clients. Clients earn like $50,000 more. So what I got from the client is she told me that she was very happy and pleased that came to me. And she was also, actually she paid me an additional $7,000. And then recently I just got another referral from her. Now, I can give you more examples. Beginning in 2007, financial market crash, real estate dropped substantially, more than 50% in value. People got laid off and not able to live up with their financial obligations, such as their credit cards, car loans, and mortgages. So many people ended up with mountains of debts, lost incomes. So at that time, what I did is I sent out flyers. I went on radio and educated people that how I could help them. So when the clients come to me, I ask them a lot of questions and their goal. I give them advice as to all available options, advantages, and disadvantages and consequences as to each option, such as debt settlements, loan modifications, short sales, foreclosures, filing for bankruptcy. So whichever option the clients select, I help them. I have helped thousands and thousands of clients, and many clients were very happy, especially the clients that filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy. First, I help them to stop the foreclosure, save their homes, and all the past due arrearages and unsecured debts or taxes. We'll put it in the Chapter 13 plan. We and be paid over a 3 years or 5 years plan. And I also help them to wipe out the second or any secure liens on the property. And now the market turnaround appreciate substantially, so they are very happy, and many of them have come back to me and asked for more help.
Excellent. And obviously, Stanley, as you've built your success over, the 20 years that you had of your business, I'm sure not everything has been, smooth sailing along the way. So maybe could you discuss some of the major adversities and maybe some of the trials that you had to overcome in order to achieve your goals?
Well, during the economy slowdown, it happened to me and most real estate agents, brokers. Between 2007 and 2012, there were no real estate activities, no listings, no sales, no refinancing or financings. So most real estate offices closed, agents quit real estate, and a lot of agents ended up filing for bankruptcy, divorce, lost all assets. Even I had clients committed suicide. But I guess I was a little bit luckier than some of the agents during the financial crisis. Excuse me. My advantage was diversity. I had a backup second job. I practiced law. So what I did, like I mentioned earlier, I helped a lot of people save their homes, filing for bankruptcies. So my advice to any one of you are currently in real estate or will be in real estate, set your goal to be in the top 10 and need to get to that goal in a short period of time. Otherwise, you will be dropped out, or you will either quit or the career will quit you.
Excellent. And Stanley, you kind of mentioned it, but let's kind of, if we could ask, and kind of for our listeners, what keeps you going? Obviously you run into obstacles. You had a down market. You could have walked away from real estate. You actually had other, as a lawyer, you could have walked away and walked into a totally different career. So what kept you going? Why didn't you give up on real estate?
Well, real estate has helped me eventually get where I am today. I cannot afford to give up real estate. I have no reason to give up real estate, and I will never give up real estate unless my health does not allow me to continue. I think real estate is a lucrative career. It gives me freedoms, independence. I have more time to do other things and with my family. So to answer your question directly, I have never had any intent to give up real estate.
Excellent. And I guess kind of looking forward a little bit, where do you see things going? What's your vision for your career, say, over the next 5 years?
Well, my goal is to build a successful real estate and mortgage broker firms. But in order to do that, I need to have a good office manager, a person with good knowledge in human resource, marketing, management, and of course in real estate as well, and have the ability to run the office independently without me. I will also try to concentrate more on investments and build a good real estate portfolio. So that is my vision for the next 5 years.
Excellent. And as when it comes to real estate, what do you feel the best way that you market yourself as a real estate professional so you can have continual growth?
Well, I believe that the best marketing tool is radio. Because real estate is big investment to most of us. So the audience want to know who you are, what you can do for them, and whether you can do it better than your peers. So I believe that radio is the best medium for me to show who I am, my honesty, my competence, and to show clients that I am a professional, that I have the ability to help them in the most effective, efficient way in almost every aspect in real estate and real estate related issues. Well, currently I run a live radio show. People can call in and ask questions, and I answer the question right on the spot. Question and answers unanswered. Uncensored. Of course, there's always a lot of risk in doing a live show, so I must be very careful in what I say and advise the audience on air. In addition to my show, I also, monthly, I send out postcards, letters, and flyers to potential clients. Social media is another method I will focus more onto. And I also believe that magazine and newspaper can be very effective. But to do that, I believe that any ad that I have on magazine or newspaper, it has to be bigger than my peers to be effective and be able to outcompete.
Excellent. And I think, Stanley, especially in the real estate market, sometimes there's a lot of misconception when it comes to working with a real estate agent. So from your point of view, what do you think the biggest misconception or myth people have about working with a real estate agent is?
I do believe that misrepresentation, dishonesty, fraud, because the commission from real estate is too much. And most people cannot afford to lose it if they're not able to close the transaction. So some agents put his or her interest on top of the client interest. Some don't even realize or care that they have a duty to clients, publics, and his or her profession. They fail to act in good faith, and their acts sometimes fall below reasonable standard of care. For example, I see that all the time. I mean, a selling agent force a buyer to sign contingency removal, to remove the buyer financing contingency, even though the loan was not even approved. So because the client want to secure the closing, that the buyer will not back out and cancel the purchase. So they force the client to sign the contingency removal. And I see many buyers lost their deposit because of this. And also, failure to disclose material facts is I see that quite often as well. Some agents fail to explain about the reports or condition of the property. Some agent is not even competent, don't have sufficient knowledge to help the clients. Therefore, because of some bad apples, ruin the whole bunch, creating misconceptions to the public.
Excellent. And now can we have a hypothetical question that we like to ask? Let's say you get a call from a family member in another state, and they want to sell their house. And what advice would you give them to help them select an agent that could best serve their needs? Kind of like how you take care of your clients. How would you advise them to select an agent?
Well, I think the first thing is you should go to the Board of Realtors or Association of Realtors in that location to see if the agent have a good record. And then probably you should talk to several agents and ask them more questions about their experience and their recent transactions. Maybe talk to their past clients as well.
Great. And Stanley, if somebody wants to learn more about you and what you can do to help them, what's the best way people can find out more information about you?
Well, they can contact me at my phone number 408-232-4902, or send me an email, Stanley at iHome-iLoan.com, or even Google my name. They will see it, and they can contact me directly.
Excellent. Well, Stanley, we want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come here today and obviously share your business experience and everything with our listeners. And if anybody's listening and you want to learn more about Stanley, he mentioned his website, iHome-iLoan.com. Also, below this interview, we're going to have a link to his website as well as his phone number and any other contact information we have for Stanley. So with that said, everybody, thank you again for joining us on this episode of our show. Until our next show, have a great day, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Thank you for having me, Ken.
Thanks for listening to Real Estate Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading real estate industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at realestateinnovatorsradio.com today.